Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City is kind of like New York City. It's a whole lot smaller, and you have like a bunch of, what do you call them, motorbikes driving around, and there's a lot of people say, oh man, it's really crazy, and they say that Saigon's a lot more, bigger, but like people are nicer than Hanoi, was the capital of Vietnam, and it's interesting. It's kind of beautiful, but they say that Hanoi has more museums than Saigon, and there's more people that want to learn English and more English schools in Saigon than Hanoi. And I lived in Hanoi for like 2 weeks in the end of January and a little bit of February in 2013. Now I've been here in Saigon, around here in southern Vietnam for the last 8 months, and 2 months in the northern Vietnam, so I've been in Vietnam for 10 months, and it's really interesting being out here in another country, and people always ask me, oh, do you have a little bit of culture shock? And I do, but I don't at the same time, because there's things that are the same and things that are not the same. And there's all kinds of people all around the world. All the different kinds of people are everywhere. So there's the similarities and differences, and the things that makes things different is not just culture difference, but the difference of each individual, because each person has a choice. And yes, I understand it. Like some countries, there's a lot of peer pressure where a lot of people are similar and they just do everything the same like everybody else, and in that case, and in that way of thinking, and in that kind of way in general, you can say, like, yeah, it's a cultural difference when you assume in some kind of stereotypical way. You can assume, yeah, it's a cultural difference because everybody is the same, but first you have to assume that each person is the same to make that kind of statement, which is okay, I guess, but I don't totally like it, so I don't like the word culture. I like the word culture, but I don't, in the sense of all the assumptions and premature judgments that people put onto the word judgment. No, not judgment. That's another word for another day. But the word, what was it? I had it and I lost it. Like I lost my happy thought. Culture. Don't like the word culture. Unless if it's in yogurt. Live culture is really good. Ho Chi Minh City is really interesting. Live there. It's cheaper. They have the different districts, and the different districts are like different cities. It's so wide. It's so spread out. You have District 1, 2, all the way up to 12. And you have Bintan and Tan Ban and Trudok and Huyang, all these different districts. Ho Chi Minh City is the best city, or the biggest city in Vietnam. And if you're going to Vietnam, just come here. We have a little bit of everything. It may not be beautiful like Da Nang or Da Lat or the middle of Vietnam. It may not be as cold as northern Vietnam, like Hanoi and Bac Ni and Hoa Binh. But, what was it? I-U-M-M-U-I. I love Vietnam. And I don't, at the same time. Try to stick that one in your head and figure that one out. Ho Chi Minh City does not have a lot of, does not have any baked potatoes. You ask for potatoes, you get french fries. You ask for chili, you get chili pepper, not chili beans. Silly Vietnamese people.